All right, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to episode 14 of the Talking Crazy podcast. We got some good basketball games last night. It was Houston versus LA, the Clippers.
Clippers, yeah.
And Golden State against the Lakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Trey Bucci. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, Twitter. We have a Talking Crazy podcast, Instagram as well as our personal Instagrams. And make sure you head over to Patreon just for $5 a month. You get one bonus video per week and multiple entries for giveaways. So make sure you head over to Patreon, show some love and support. All that money would go right back into the podcast to build. But like Tevin said, we had two good games last night, at least to watch. The second game wasn't that close, but it was good basketball. Starting with the Clippers Rockets game. Like I said before, I think Rockets are going to be one of those top teams just because they're a regular season team. No one's going to stop them. There's just too much energy. The pace, number one in pace. You get James Harden, it's not going to be stopped. Russell Westbrook in his bag. I don't know if you saw, because obviously Beverly and Russell Westbrook has some history from Westbrook's injuries and stuff like that. He's like, he tricked y'all, man. He's just running around doing nothing.
You were saying it so nonchalant, just doing, I don't know, just doing nothing. It was funny.
He's just running around putting his body into. You saw the James Harden thing where he literally he put his whole body into him, leaned into him, and it's just like.
He's just staring at
It's always good to have people. Yeah, it's somewhat good to have people like that on your team. But then a lot of times it comes back to bite you.
It definitely did come back to bite you because you got Harden dropping 47.
Right.
It's like, okay. Sometimes you gotta know when to just back off a little bit because you poking the bear. And
right.
If this dude is just gonna be on fire because you're in his face, you might need a different approach.
I would like to see that playoff battle. I think actually that's what it's gonna come down to: Rockets, Clippers, and then LA playing like a Utah or Denver team.
Right.
But another good game last night was the Memphis Grizzlies and the Hornets. Ja Morant with the buzzer beater. Game winner buzzer beater. That was gonna be the real deal. Just talking about Russell Westbrook, he reminds me of a Russell Westbrook. And it was cool because after they played, he gave them a little advice of not to try to dunk on everybody because that's when he went up for a crazy dunk. And then he missed the dunk and fell on his back. It looked like he almost hurt himself bad. And Russell Westbrook at the end of the game was just there's no point of trying to dunk like that on three people and stuff. So
right. Yeah, I mean, he's so super athletic and plays very hard. I mean, who's better to take advice from than Westbrook in that sense, you know? But I think Morant, his game has so much more evolving to do still too. It's gonna be.
Well, yeah, it'll be fun to watch.
That's what I'm saying. He's already
he's just 10 games in.
He's already I don't know if he adds, he's going to add skill to the athleticism. His jumpers are gonna get better and things like that. It's just he's gonna be a tough one to beat, to play against every night, you know.
Yeah, there's some nice young talent rookies, with Garland and Barrett. I feel like they already have that veteran feel. I don't know if it was different. A few years ago, there was a real thing of like the rookies, like
Yeah, there's just
you know what I'm
like a
saying,
lot.
underachieving or just getting to the pressure. And now
There's a lot
lately,
of
these last like I want to say starting with like Donovan Mitchell, really when he
yeah
came out his rookie year. Now it's just people are adapting
pro ready.
so pro ready, yeah, so
Yeah,
pro ready.
yeah, I feel
And I
that.
think that
I had a conversation yesterday while the Houston game was on, and I had said that I think that Russell Westbrook is like a more valuable basketball player than James Harden. And obviously, there was a few people there that were like, "What? Like, no way!" Blah blah blah. I'm like, I was just like, Russell Westbrook really could do everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you have a James Harden on your team, then Russell doesn't need to score as much, but you're still gonna see him get nights when he has 14 assists and stuff like that. Like, there's players that can't adapt their game like that. Like Harden,
there,
Harden.
yeah, he's lucky because, well, not lucky, but Westbrook is more of the adaptable player because he's a playmaker,
Because he can do
and
he's
Harden is
literally
just
could do
score.
right.
Yeah, so they're working together good,
Yeah.
and I think if Russell just keeps that mindset of he doesn't really care about his scoring and
If it's
just
just
being
about
a,
winning, if it's just about
I think
winning,
it's still just gonna come down to James Harden, man. There's something about him like with defense and not really moving, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like just being pretty. What's the word I'm trying to use? Uh,
like complacent, like lackadaisical, when he's out there,
like you know what he can do. He's really not gonna
like
switch it. Like it's
predictable.
gonna be a 1-on-1 game. Yeah, it's gonna be a 1-on-1 game. Not too many times he's gonna slash and cut backdoor or go screen or something. You know what I'm saying? So that's there's something about Harden. Harden might be that Charles Barkley of our era.
Oof.
The Charles Barkley and the ones that just didn't get the ring. The T Max.
You heard him. They asked because he was sick last night, and they were like, she was like, you sound like a little sick, like a little laryngitis. He's like, yeah, just a little sick. And she's
Who?
like, well, one of the reporters, and
To
after
who?
the game to Harden,
Oh,
and he was like, just a little sick. And she's like, you came out here and still put on that performance, being sick. He was like, MJ. And he's like, no, I'm just kidding. Like, he did not want any like heat from that. It was pretty funny.
right. People start comparing. You ain't no MJ and all this.
Yeah, exactly. He would have got so much. He would got so much flack for that. He's still going to because he still said it. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, he went back on it.
Yeah, it was funny.
That's too funny. About speaking of like teams, new teams like meshing together. Celtics #1 in the NBA right now.
Yeah, I saw like a big headline yesterday that was about like
You
the
up,
difference.
man?
I saw a big headline yesterday. It was like the difference between Kyrie and Kemba, and they're like, just look at when teammates miss shots, the way that Kemba reacts compared to the way that Kyrie reacts, and he's
But
like,
it's,
and it says like so much about like the team
I
aspect.
feel like
you know what
Kemba
I'm
gets
saying?
more people involved.
Yeah, it's just like
They're the same. They're
people don't
almost the
feel
same, but
bad.
Kemba gets like
Yeah, people don't feel
he just
bad
gets.
like if they like Kemba's like, get, you know what I'm saying, go get yours, you know what I'm saying, like you miss, keep shooting that. Kyrie's like, all right, you miss, I'm taking the next 5.
Right.
Because we ain't doing this, you know what I'm saying. At least if somebody's gonna miss, let it be me.
And then we had the Raptors. They're balling. Hey man, who I can see the Raptors coming out the East.
And that is a well put together basketball team still.
Well put together. They're 8-3. They beat the Trailblazers, who are struggling 4-8. Siakam had 36. Fred VanVleet had 30. Just like that opening day, they balling. Those are the two new faces of the team, which is so cool because it's like those are two players that really like if they can keep it up and be, you know what I'm saying, like productive like this, consistent basis, that's a good story. Because no one knew who they were before.
Right. And
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're just gonna be
and then to become like the two.
Right.
Like
they just play the right way. It's fun. It's fun to watch because like they know the game so well and they work so hard at it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it definitely shows.
Yeah. And then we had the Spurs, Timberwolves playing decent, 7-4. Wiggins, that's probably the best game I've seen Wiggins play. He had 38 and 7.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't get to catch. I only saw one highlight from that game, and it was DeMar DeRozan calling somebody a bitch when they were on the free throw line. That was it.
Spurs are struggling right now, but they've always been kind of that back end team after the All-Star break. I think they'll be fine as well. You'll see teams like the Timberwolves kind of take a turn and but another 76ers, so that's why I was saying the Raptors, like 76ers is not playing how they're 7-4, but they're getting smacked by teams. They just lost to the Magic last night in Orlando. Vucevic 25 points, 25 and 12. I mean, he's a walking double-double, but you would think with that size down there with Embiid and Horford, that'd give him some problems, but clearly not.
For real.
So that's another team that is kind of iffy right now. It's a lot of surprises in the NBA right now. I know it's 10 games in, but when you look at the standings, there's some surprise. Not mostly. I mean, the East is pretty. The East, it's early, but a team I thought would be higher was like Detroit. They're 4-8. Blake was hurt and stuff too, so we'll wait till he came back. But other than that, everyone else, Cleveland's a surprise that they're 7th. I mean, they're 4-6, but that's everyone else is in it for the East that I have Celtics, Raptors, Heat, Bucks, Sixers, Pacers. Then you got Cavs and Hawks. So that's not bad, but it's I'm not sure. Definitely no time like All-Star break. I think.
What was it? A knee injury?
Was it the leg or knee? I know he had both, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Like he injured. They say he just joined the G League yesterday.
So he's practicing with them, brother.
Oh yeah, quad tendon and right knee.
Oof.
Damn, it was his quad.
Probably tore it. Yeah, he tore it. Yeah, he tore it. I remember. Yeah. That's tough.
And that was in January. So he's looking at it was like almost a year recovery.
Yeah, it'll probably be about a year. We'll probably start hearing him being talked about like mid-December coming back, probably.
That's one of the best. Yeah. Two-way players. I hope he still can do it, man. That's one of my favorite players to watch.
Yeah, it's funny, but he's not really talked about right now.
I mean, he's injured. He's not really talked about either.
Well, I mean, that he's more talked about than Oladipo.
Or Cousins.
Yeah.
But yeah, over the summer because he signed a contract. But ever since then, everybody keeps forgetting about KD.
For real, I did forget about KD at first.
So injuries, it's like that. that quick because we be looking for other people. You know what I'm saying? It's just nowadays it's just so quick. It's rapid, like we talked about.
What can you do for
so
me
it's
now?
like you forget about we forget about them people that really put in the work, and which is sad because I feel like KD, if he never played, like it wouldn't be a like that's how bad it is. I feel like it just wouldn't be like people would easily forget KD if he didn't play. Even to now, like if he stopped his career now, he's a Hall of Famer, hands down, first ballot. Like,
but he wouldn't get like the like
people would literally forget
from the
about
people. Yeah, they would like, you know what I'm saying. I feel you.
You damn near gotta play till you 50 now.
For real, you gotta play through like 3 generations in order for you to be remembered.
Remember, that 20-year mark.
Right.
I mean, you're definitely gonna be remembered.
Like LeBron gonna be in the league with his son, bro. That's crazy.
But you think about it, like so many of our favorite players, just recent teams, like when we were in high school.
Yeah.
Forgot about. Good, great players. Forgot about, nigga. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I forgot about him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for real, right?
But yeah. Then with the West, West is just crazy. You got, well, obviously you got the Lakers, Rockets, Jazz, Nuggets, Clippers. So those 5 we knew were gonna be in those like 5 spots. Then you got the Timberwolves, Dallas, Phoenix. I said Dallas would be like an 8th spot. So I don't think Minnesota and Phoenix will be in there. But then if you look at Portland, it's so far back. Spurs might sneak in. There's some bad teams.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I just realized last night watching the game too, the Houston game, that Houston picked up Tyson Chandler. That's an underrated pickup for them.
How did you know? Did he tap a fucking ball backwards?
Like yeah, he's just there. He caught like a backwards alley oop. I saw one and
that boy. See, that's one of the dopest things to me.
To them, that's a great pickup for them because they don't have to go small when Capella's not in the lineup. They didn't really have like another big man that could get rebounds when Capella wasn't in the game last year. So like they struggled on that part. They had PJ Tucker playing a big man, you know what I'm saying? And they're just not. I think that helps.
That's gonna kill him down the. Yeah, it's going that having PJ Tucker at the 5 is gonna kill him.
That's what it did. Down the line last year, you could see like they just weren't rebounding in the playoffs. That matters obviously a lot.
But you're seeing a lot of the teams go small ball, and I like that because that's our advantage for the Lakers.
Yeah, but
we're so athletic at bigs that
it has to change in the playoffs because of possessions. You know what I'm saying? Like possessions count. They count so much more that like you're not rebounding the ball. That's bad. That's not good. You know what I mean? And I mean,
there's pros and cons to it because obviously Warriors showed you that can happen.
Yeah.
Like,
but that's being so lethal from the perimeter that like you know what I mean?
Right. But I think the game is gonna be changed. The game is really gonna change to where I don't know. I don't know. When you see people like Dwight kind of like ball out and shit like that, it makes you like wonder if there is still a spot for
there's gonna be
because you don't see him on the post like back then. You would have saw him kind of make a move on the post.
Yeah.
Even like lately, obviously he hasn't been that guy for the past like 4 or 5 years, but you can see the change in the game of how everything is kind of like rolling to the basket and like there's no pick pop. Yeah, some bigs will pick and then pop to the mid range. Is none of that. It's just going straight to the basket and cleaning it up or alley oop.
Being more athletic than the next guy and wanting more.
And the Lakers are really showing that you better have a big man on the floor because when they do. Those alley oops are too easy. Just literally dropping them in. Like LeBron starts 3/4 court, throws it right over. Not even past half court. Yeah. First play of the game is always out. They've been doing that since last year. After
Yeah,
you
but
play like every
now
fucking
it's
first
crazy
game.
because Anthony Davis wasn't playing this game obviously, and they still played very well, which is a fucking great sign, honestly.
Yeah, Kuzma
Yeah,
stepped up. Um, Cruz, man, I love this team, bro. This is a good team. Like, I keep saying it. My biggest thing is energy.
yeah,
Like after that first game, I said this year I can actually say like we're about to be something just because how they were playing defense on the perimeter
right.
of like just the energy, and I'm like, this team is totally different. It's a whole new mindset, and they gave credit yesterday. It was at halftime. The halftime report at ESPN. They gave credit to Frank Vogel of like how when he said defense, everyone when they
Yeah,
have a poor year defense, the coach comes in. You know what I'm saying? New
hmm
coach wants. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And things usually don't change. But they went from one of the worst, bro. They're first in defense
right.
or second. I mean, second in defense. They're first in efficiency,
I wonder what Magic is
like
thinking right
overall.
now.
Huh?
I wonder what Magic is thinking right now because like you know what I'm saying. Obviously, he was against, but he wasn't against. He wanted Luke out, but like they didn't want to do it, right?
Yeah, that was all his plan. I think he
Yeah.
wanted someone else.
Besides Vogel,
Um,
not Vogel, obviously. He wanted his guy, which we don't really. He never really stated like who his guy was. Besides, I think we know it might have been Monty Williams.
right.
So,
But I think so. The Magic Johnson thing. I think he's still like a part of it, and I think
yeah,
that those were his plans. Signing all
yeah.
those that like those were pretty much his plans. It's just that he wasn't in the facility. That's the biggest thing. That's really what it came down
Which
to.
is better for him in the long run, not
I
to
mean, he
be
has
there.
mad business fucking. He has mad business endeavors and shit. So it's like
Yeah, so now he's not like obligated to be there all the time and like just
right.
work
And then he
with
wants to
them.
speak his mind. He said he hated that, like having a loop around. Like so now he's, you know what I'm saying. Now he's on ESPN talking about each player,
Yeah,
like he can, like not get fucking fined and shit.
no
So I
tampering,
mean, it is what it is.
no tampering.
That's magic. Magic Magic can't do no wrong.
Shit.
I'm not gonna lie though. When I saw that, I'm like Lakers. I was like, this ain't a game. Lakers are struggling. And when I saw he backed down, I'm like, we are. I was like, how do we
Yeah,
sign
like
LeBron and we got? I was like, how do we have all this money
the most
and this
Laker dude
a
in the
free
world,
agent
most Laker
right
guy
now, and this
ever.
dude just signed right before the
Yeah,
free
yeah, right.
agency in summer? I'm like, oh hell no.
Yeah.
But then AD traded. That's all
They
good.
still haven't spoke. They said last time I heard Magic talk with LeBron and him still hadn't spoke.
I thought they did. No, I thought I saw something.
And maybe if it was like super recently, they might have. But I know like maybe like last month, Magic was talking and he had not. He's like it's not just like with LeBron. It's with between like Rich Paul and Maverick too. Like we all need to sit down and have a conversation because he's like at the end of the day, I did it for me. Like the reason I made that decision, like nobody else mattered to me in that situation. He's like, but I do know that I need to have a conversation with those three guys because they feel betrayed. Obviously, they had something that they wanted to build there, and Magic like lured LeBron there, like yo, come here, we gonna get you
Right.
this. You know what I'm saying? And he did try though. Like if you know that he tried, that he wanted to pull the trigger on that Anthony Davis deal, the same exact deal that got done, in the, you know what I'm saying, in the off season. But they didn't want to pull it during the season.
And I
Like,
also think it helped that. I mean, it wasn't. It helped that a lot of people didn't want to work with Magic Johnson. So
yeah,
that's another thing
but
too.
which is like I don't know. I mean, that's like the business side of it, I guess, right? You don't really
Right.
know. You don't really know people's
It's
business integrity.
no. It's just they don't want to see the Lakers great. It's that,
Well,
and then
yeah,
it's who
yeah,
he is. It's that aspect of it. Like he had hard times trying to make trades because people and people didn't really
yeah.
understand that. Like
Was it him or was it Palinka that they didn't want to work with? Because I heard like Palinka was the guy that
no, it
people
was
don't like either. But because he's a shady
Mm,
dude. But
I heard that too, but I heard it was. I mean, it probably doesn't help that both of them are in there. To be honest, I
right,
mean,
right.
if both of them are getting that kind of, I mean, I guess that's
Magic's
just
more of like
toxic too.
creating the headline, and Palinka's just not a very good business man. Like
No, Palinka is just no. He's a great business person. That's why
a guy that
people
you
hate him
don't
because he was
want
a
to
free.
go
He was an
into
agent. He was
business.
a
Yeah,
he was
but
the best agent, NBA agent.
well,
So
what I
like
meant by that
he's
is
all
like
about the players.
what I
So
meant by
that's
that
the
is
biggest
like
thing
you
of
don't like you. He's not necessarily the guy that you want to do business with all the time because you don't know if he's trustworthy. You know, like he
no.
has like some
It's
snake
literally
in
it's
him.
coming from no. It's literally it's just literally coming from. You got to look at it's coming from the general managers when they come in the meeting and
Yeah,
he's just getting the best deal for his players. That's
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's not, he can't really offer anything. He can't be a shady person, really. You know what I'm saying? And besides getting his player the biggest contract, I
Right.
guess. So it's like, can't really like look at it like, they can't be like saying like he's a shady person for looking out for, you know what I'm saying? So that's like Rich Paul. Rich Paul's same situation. So if
Yeah.
you say like Rich Paul's a shady person, that's no. He gets the fucking deals done. You know what I'm
I mean,
saying? Like
to some people,
for
he could
his
be seen
player.
as like to some people he could be seen as like somebody he rubs somebody the wrong way, and they'll
I
have
don't
their
know.
opinion of
No, because
on him.
when if he's representing, so when he's speaking out representing for like with the Davis and shit situation,
Yeah,
it's the same thing as these general manager and business people doing shit, promising all this shit and was really promising and then trading. So
right.
that's one thing. Like I feel like nowadays players are knowing their worth and stuff now, and
Well,
they're not just
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
let the.
In the
I
NBA
feel
is
like
definitely
that falls in there.
in the
Yeah, just
NBA is
NBA. NFL is
yeah,
not about to.
yeah. No, it'll
It's
never
mostly
be about the
NBA.
player. It'll never be about the player in the NFL.
Baseball is slowly getting there.
Yeah, but they just got so much money to throw around, so it's like I'll pay you $400 million. Yeah, yeah, it's easy to know my worth when it's $400 million put in front of me. Like,
Yeah, you know what I watched last night?
what?
Shark Tank. You know who's on Shark Tank?
Who's on Shark Tank?
The Subsafe.
Hey,
Hey,
What, mommy?
hey, I want you guys to head over to thesubsafe.com and make sure you put in G&G Fit promo code for 15% off. And what this product is, man, I know you guys have been on the beach, water, hiking, and stuff like that, coolers, and you open up the cooler to grab a soggy sandwich. I hate that.
aren't you so hungry? You eat anyway.
You do, but it's not the same. It's not the same
Not-
peanut butter and jelly. It's not the same
My
roast
guy is
beef
gonna
with
put a
cheese
peanut
and
butter
lettuce.
jelly in there.
But anyway, man, these founders are great owners. They do a lot of stuff for the environment as well. But what this product does is keeping your food nice and safe, not soggy. You can have protein shakes to 6-inch to 12-inch like subs and stuff like that. So make sure you type in G&G Fit right there, G&G Fit for 15% off, and they're at thesubsafe.com. And just a little thing, if you purchase, they will donate 50 cents of each Subsafe purchase to Provision Packs. Provision Pack program was founded to provide nutritional assistance to low-income families. The families in the program are living in poverty, in some cases homeless situations. And Provision Packs works to provide the blessing of nutrition for those in need. So it's so great. Like, think about it. You're buying something and 50 cents of it is going to like a great cause, man.
Yeah, it's all around
nutritional value.
Great company.
Great company. They're working on what was it? The straws.
Yeah, environmentally
Stuff, so,
safe straws, which is huge.
Yeah,
right
man.
now.
It really is. And you don't see a lot of companies and businesses doing that.
Right.
at all.
Being
Like
down here in
everybody's about the
Florida,
buck.
it's talked about a lot more about the whole like Strauss situation. So it's cool. Good for
Yeah.
them too.
So show some love, man. Go to thesubsafe.com. Promo code GNGFit will get you 15% off. But I want you guys, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this episode. Well, we at 14, man.
14.
Episode 14. Show us some love. Twitter and Facebook. And Instagram as well. And make sure you head to Patreon, just $5. We got 5, we got 10, we got 20. And different benefits comes with that. Bonus videos, entries to giveaways, and things like that. But thanks for joining us. Everybody have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. We'll be back tomorrow. Episode 15. Should be a
Yes,
good
sir.
one. Should be a good one. All right, y'all.
So,
we out.
stay tuned.